massive U.S. and allied deployment. Troops and combat vehicles from 29 nations arrive in Hungary, Budapest. In one of the largest military movements seen in Central Europe since the end of the Cold War, thousands of U.S. troops and heavy combat vehicles have arrived in Hungary, accompanied by forces from 29 allied nations. The joint deployment has been described by NATO commanders as a decisive show of unity and strength in the face of rising global security tensions. Columns of armored vehicles, tanks, artillery systems, and advanced air defense batteries rolled into Hungarian military bases over the weekend. Giant U.S. Air Force cargo planes, including C-17 Globemaster Sickeneyes and C-5M Super Galaxies, continued to land in quick succession, delivering waves of soldiers and equipment. Strategic purpose amid rising tensions. Washington and its allies officially framed the move as part of a multinational exercise designed to improve combat readiness and strengthen interoperability across NATO forces. Yet analysts agree that the sheer scale of the deployment also sends an unmistakable message to adversaries. The alliance is prepared to defend its interests in Europe with overwhelming force. Our message is clear. Allied unity cannot be shaken. This presence is the living proof of our collective defense commitment, said General Christopher Cavoli, NATO's Supreme Allied Commander Europe. Troops and equipment on a historic scale. According to official figures, more than 42,000 soldiers have been deployed to Hungary. They hail from across NATO and partner nations including the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Poland, Italy, Canada, Turkey, and several Scandinavian allies. Their arrival is supported by some of the most modern weaponry in service today. M1, A2, Abrams tanks from the U.S., Leopard 2, A7 tanks from Germany, Challenger 2 tanks from the UK, PZH-2000 self-propelled howitzers, Bradley and Stryker infantry fighting vehicles, Patriot and NASAMS air defense systems, AH-64 Apache attack helicopters, and MQ-9 Reaper drones. The deployment showcases NATO's ability to combine heavy ground firepower with advanced air capabilities, underscoring the alliance's technological edge. Hungary as a strategic hub. Hungary's role as the primary hub for this operation is far from accidental. Its central position in Europe makes it an ideal staging ground, linking Western allies to Eastern Europe's frontline states. Hungary's Papa Air Base, a long-standing NATO facility, has become the critical gateway for airlift operations. Despite Budapest's sometimes strained relations with the EU and NATO, Prime Minister Viktor Orban publicly backed the operation, calling it an investment in regional security. The massive buildup drew immediate international attention. Analysts suggested that while officially labeled an exercise, the move also serves as a rehearsal for large-scale contingencies in the region. Moscow was quick to denounce the deployment. A spokesperson for Russia's foreign ministry accused NATO of military escalation in Central Europe and warned that the Kremlin will respond appropriately to any threat near its borders. In contrast, U.S. allies in the Asia-Pacific, including Japan and Australia, welcomed the move, arguing that it reinforces the credibility of Western collective defense not only in Europe but across the globe. Over the coming weeks, multinational units will conduct extensive training operations across Hungary. The exercises include integrated air defense drills against simulated missile attacks, air assault landings using helicopters and paratroopers, urban warfare scenarios in mock cities, high-speed maneuvers of tanks and artillery on open terrain, cyber and electronic warfare simulations. The war games are designed to test NATO's ability to coordinate forces from different nations under combat conditions, preparing them for any potential modern battlefield. A message of strength in crisis. For Washington, this deployment is part of a broader strategy to demonstrate that the United States remains the backbone of global security. By operating alongside 29 allies, U.S. leaders argue that the alliance's cohesion remains unbroken despite political divisions. Any adversary must understand, we are not alone. We stand together, declared U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin.